Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you? Let me know in the comment section below. So in this video I'm going to review this glass fountain pen which I found very fascinating. So I bought it recently and this is a cyan color pen. Now if you see, this pen is entirely made up of glass, and it's a dip pen. So I got one stand which is again made up of glass, and then I got one ink bottle with it. So let me just quickly show you how it works and how its working is. So basically, if you see here, there are so many tines on it. Let me zoom it quickly. So you see that there are some lines which are going and passing directly to the point. So all these lines which you see, which are in curved shape, helps to retain the ink on it. So it acts like a reservoir or maybe like a feed. Then these lines touches at a point which you can call it as a nib. So this is the point where it all touches, and then from there it can directly come onto the paper. So without wasting any time, let's quickly review this. So I'm using this 100 GSM paper for this video, and it's very thick. And then I'll just review this one more paper which is 75 GSM. So I'll show you what is the difference between that and how different it will be if you are using some different pages. So if you see, I've dipped my pen into the reservoir and it has already held the ink in the pen. Okay, so I'll try to write something, and for this video I'm just having my pen inclined just in order to get that proper feedback. So let's see. If you see, I was thinking that I'll have to dip it 2-3 times for writing this much, but I just dipped it for one time and still it has some ink. Let's see how long it lasts before requiring to dip it again. So basically this, if I'm just testing how the feed is, but actually it doesn't have any feed, so I think this test is not correct, because once I dip it again into the reservoir, then we'll get to see some more ink flow, but slowly that ink flow will reduce, and that's the property of a dip pen. So we'll not have a continuous supply of ink. So that's about this, but I would just want to show you one important thing which I have noticed for this particular pen, or maybe rather for all the fountain pens. In fact, I have seen the comment sections also. So there they have mentioned the good quality of paper, bad quality of paper, and how it should be chosen. So if you see, first of all, quickly, if you see here, you will see some feathering. If you see this here, you will see that let's say it is like this, and then the feathering is basically when you write like this, and you will see some kind of lateral ink flows onto the paper. So here you can see that it is already over here, why it is there, and again slowly you'll find that everywhere it is like that. But it happens with all the papers because I have zoomed it into the paper, so you'll see that if I zoom out, then you will not have that particular issue on this 100 GSM paper. Now I'll show the exact same thing, maybe not this much, but at least I'll try to show you that if you use 70 GSM paper, 75 GSM paper, how it will look like. Moreover, I just want to show you that this is not a glossy paper. It contains some kind of roughness. If you just scratch or maybe if you scratch also, you will see that it's not smooth. It's not smooth, and it's not also glossy. It's somewhere in between. Okay, so you'll not find that if you write with normal fountain pen also, you'll not see that this ink is not getting stick to the paper, so you'll not have that issue. But instead, if you use a glossy paper, then you will have that issues. Like if you use any notebooks, in that case you will find that sometime it happens that the paper is glossy and your ink flow doesn't work, because this is a water based ink. So just make sure that whenever you are purchasing the paper, then it's a good quality paper. I like to prefer 100 GSM paper if I'm using, but I'll quickly show you the same experiment onto some normal paper, which is just 75 GSM, and then I'll again show you with the notebooks, like your classical notebooks that you get, or maybe the diaries which you get. So I'll just quickly show you. First of all, let's start with the diary. So this is the diary which I'm using right now. Let's see how it is. Now this paper is also very thick. It's almost I think 90 GSM or somewhere in between that, but it's not obviously 100 GSM because this paper is very thick. Let's see how the feathering is there, and I'll just show you the texture of the paper also. I hope you are able to see that there's some kind of roughness onto this paper. Yeah, though it is there, but still I think this should perform better onto this particular paper. So let me dip my pen again. I'm dipping for the second time in this video. Okay, and let's try to write. Okay, so far this much. If you see on this paper, you won't see any feathering, though if you zoom in into the paper, you will see there's some feathering, small little bit over here you can see. So over here also you can observe, over here also some feathering. But if you zoom out, obviously when you're writing on, normally you will not be able to zoom into the paper with your naked eye, but normally it won't look like it is having some feathering. But for that you should use some good quality paper. I'll just quickly show you one more thing. Let's see one notebook which is not that much glossy. So this notebook is not that glossy. I'll just zoom into the pages. Let's see how it is. If you see, there are some roughness, okay, to this. Okay, so it's not smooth, it's not glossy, but it's again on the other side, it is not rough. If the paper is very rough, then you will see there's feathering too much, but if it is not rough, then you will not have that issue. let's I have not dipped it now. Let's see how it works. Okay, again here also I won't see any feathering, so I believe this pen is good enough. So I've started using it like just for calligraphy or something. So it's better suited for calligraphy, obviously not for regular activity. You can't carry it everywhere with the ink reservoir, but if you're sitting at home and then you can just like to do calligraphy, in that case you can take this pen, take the ink reservoir, and then start writing something onto the paper. Also, one more thing what I want to share is this pen doesn't have a feed, doesn't have a nib. Also, it doesn't have a reservoir. So the best thing about this is you can use any ink. Okay, so you can use Camlin ink, or just the thing is whatever ink you are using, make sure it doesn't get stick to this particular lines. I'll just call it as lines. So it should not get stick to this curves. Okay, so if it is getting stick, then you might have trouble in holding the ink. Okay, but rather if you use any permanent ink also, but if you wash it before it dries up, I think this pen should work perfectly fine. I have not tried though, but I'll just suggest that you can use any ink on this. I'll try with blue ink, I'll try with black ink, so it works perfectly fine. Obviously you can try this pen. It was a great experience. The feedback is also good. The one last thing that I can share with you is the ink flow. Let's I've just dipped it one more time. Let's see how is the ink flow when it is dipped immediately after the pen is dipped. You see this ink flow is very good. A lot of ink is poured onto the paper when you are using it just after dipping the pen, but slowly this should reduce. Okay, and the same you can see. Okay, so I think it also depends on the side which I am using, because all these tines will not have perfect same ink supply. Will have some different ink supplies on all the directions, so you will see some kind of difference. Maybe it will increase or decrease on depending on the direction, but still I guess this works perfectly fine. Next thing is you don't have to apply a lot of pressure while writing, so I'll just try to show you that if you're not applying any pressure, how it works. So in this case I'm not applying any pressure onto the paper, onto the pen. Let's see how it works. It's difficult to stabilize the pen, but I think it doesn't need any pressure while writing. Okay, so right now it is on its self weight, and it's not very light. It has some weight, so I think it should be perfectly fine to write it onto its self weight. So the best thing is you don't have to hold it tight just in order to get the ink flow onto this paper. So this much about this video. If you like this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.